say, hey, you know, don't destroy your home.
You guys see they're lined up. So you guys, what I'm hearing is I haven't made the walk down there, but this line goes all the way, both sides of the road, all the way down to John Ball Zoo. If you're not familiar with the area, that's a couple miles down the road, probably 3 miles or so, I don't know. Kyle, got some new equipment.
Oh, yeah. When your mother's water broke and she gave birth, she is considered a vessel, and you are delivered to the docks. Like when a ship sits in the dock, you are delivered to the doctor. When a ship sits in parking at the bay, it is called sitting in her berth. When you are born, you are considered a product, not a human being. You are merchandise. This is Supreme Court law. As merchandise, you were weighed, defined, blonde hair, blue eyes, 9 pounds, 8 ounces, and you have given your parents that innocently and ignorantly did not know what they were doing when they took your precious little foot and balled it in ink and signed it over onto that paper. They literally sold your soul. You don't understand this because you don't know. They don't put the commentary to know the truth. We were all
It's impressive turnout out here. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting my my stud in today. So if you're down here, well, if you're down here, you wouldn't be watching this. If you're coming down here, look for me, bring me a water. Pretty much everybody's signs are saying the same thing. I'm still here. I'm still pissed. And I wore all black. All right. You guys, I'm not walking all the way to John Ball Park. Not a chance in hell. Oh, sorry, hon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. I didn't feel like going swimming today.
It seems nice right now.
It probably would feel really good. I'm sweating my ass off.
It's really gross though, so.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I let my dog go swimming in there the other day, and I instantly regretted it now. I was like, oh, well, that was terrible.
All right, guys. So this is the scene all the way from Monroe to John Ball Park. I'm gonna go see if anything's happened at Rosa Parks a minute. Heard some rumors there might be a few people over there. Let's go check it out. You guys liking the new gear? Thank you for the donations, by the way. They're not going to waste. Should have brought a bike. Take his. Hi. Aaron, you can see where I'm at. I'm live. Where are you?
Oh yeah, I need a flat area. I have a big one.
Everybody would have jumped on that hood. Been like all 5 people.
It's a very, very peaceful protest. Just gonna go take a quick peek at Rosa Parks a minute. From here, it doesn't look like anything's going on at Rosa Parks, but Won't be able to get to your guys' comments quite as much, seeing as how we're broadcasting from the GoPro now. Anytime I sit down and take a break for a second, I'll try and check on a few comments and answer some questions. Yeah, guys, there ain't nothing going on over here. So try and leave the homeless over there alone, because that mean lady that cussed me out the other day is sitting right there.
Kyle!
Kyle!
Yes, Kyle!
Rosa Parks is not blocked off at all, completely open. Go see what's going on up by the police department, and then make our way back over to Fulton. Stay out till I guess till there's nothing left to film or my batteries die. Y'all know I got that super battery life, but now I got 2 devices I need. So So the silent protest on Fulton, hold on guys.
All we're trying to do is keep your building. I walked in.
All right guys, we'll head back to Fulton and join the protesters. All right, I'm gonna go up to Fulton in Division then, guys. Apparently I'm not where the news is, but I try to be not where they are because they censor their shit and they tend to all stay in the same place, so you see the same damn thing. Go by the Children's Museum. I'll go by there in a minute. I'm gonna go up to Division in Fulton right now, so. Hey, hey. That's Kyle. Fuck, it's hot. Wrong day for black shoes, black pants, black shirt. Damn, slow down with the comments, y'all. Can't keep up. The protest is well underway. It's a silent sit-in. Stretches all the way from Fulton and Division, both sides of the road, all the way down to John Ball Zoo, or John Ball Park. You're funny, Logan. And you guys, this just keeps getting bigger and bigger. By the time I get to Division and Fulton, it'll probably, whatever they were saying, will probably be done. So she's telling people to be single file all the way down. Maybe you guys can educate me, I don't know. She says if they're not single file, they'll shut them down. I don't really know what the deal is with that. Hey, let's stop and go say hi to Elia real quick. Y'all remember him?
That's cool.
Elia X. How you doing, man? Remember me the other night? Hey, man. Hope a lot of people got in contact with you. Hold on, guys. It's hot. All right, thanks for the heads up on why they had to be single file. They weren't blocking the sidewalk, but I get it. Logan, no, not yet. I ain't really asked nobody, and I'm wandering all around. By the time you guys see this, it's probably on a 3-4 minute lag. I don't know. Those people singing have absolutely nothing to do with what's going on down here. They're down here protesting abortion. Alright guys, as soon as I go check out the situation up on the east side of Fulton, we'll get back to West Fulton. Oh man, don't get on me about my viewers. If shit ain't burning on fire, nobody wants to see it, but that's fine. I'm not here to only bring you violence and rioting. I don't know what the sheriff... Oh, apparently I'm missing something. Someone's down there speaking. I don't know why they're all gearing up. I'll gear up whenever somebody walks up. Oh, looks like we got something going on up at Memorial Park. Possibly we get Memorial Park.
We're closed off here. Nobody can go through at this point. I don't know. Are we doing anything with the press at all?
We weren't told to.
We weren't told to right now. So
Okay.
you have to go up and around and talk to command.
Okay, thanks. All right. You guys heard anything if press can get through to Veterans Park? All right. Make sure we're still live here. Hold on guys, sorry if it gets a little shaky for a second. From what I'm hearing guys, if you have sound issues, part of it might be my phone, but from past broadcasts, seems like if you exit the video and come back, it usually takes care of it. I wouldn't be surprised if they got some type of something. Oh wow. All right, this is where I need to be, guys.
Vehicle exiting. Watch for vehicles.
All right, they're speaking over here.
We shouldn't have to explain other people's equality in the world. You know, we need to be careful of the narrative we say. Because even when we say silent protest, protesting is when you speak your piece. Protesting is when you get somebody else to hear what you have to say, because no one's listening. Everybody's listening now. Let's tell them what we have to say.
How's it sound for you guys?
Let's remain on the sidewalk, please. We're here today to share the love of equality, because they are one. Because we are all one.
That's right.
The second that we tear down the very historical event that happened on Saturday is the second that we continue to go backwards. My name is JR, and I live in this neighborhood, and I'm just confused right now. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm just confused about everything. I live right down the block, and I get the social injustice. I get why everyone is mad. I get all these signs that are saying that everyone is still pissed. I am too. But destroying my neighborhood isn't gonna fix that. I'm sad. I walk around here every day and look at everything's boarded up. Like, it sucks. I just don't know. The protests are working. They work. They do. People are listening. He's very right. But we gotta stop destroying our city. We gotta stop destroying our city, please. Destroying our city isn't the answer, and I agree with you. I agree with that. The only thing that goes against logic and factual historic events with what you said is that our protest for 57 years has been going on. 57 years. Too long it's been. I agree with you that people shouldn't destroy things. I pay taxes too. I work my ass off. But again, if it takes me to have to burn that building down in order for Black Lives to Matter,
Thanks, guys.
This is just love right here. This is beautiful. You all give yourself
For sure. Get at me, man. Thanks, Kyle. Perfect. Send me a DM, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I was born and raised in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I've been here all my life. I am a contributing member to this society. I work in education. And at an early age, we teach cause and effect. When we look at what transpired on Saturday, which was a life-changing experience for me, but there was another part of it. And I go back to cause and effect. For every cause, there's an effect. Now, we can get caught up in the effects of what happened. And again, I don't condone it, but it happened. But the dialogue has to be on the cause. The cause that an African-American man had a cop stand on his neck, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, but 9 minutes. Black Lives Matter. And until the effects destroyed our city. And I feel bad for the business owners. They were casualties. But that life will never come back again. And it goes on and on through history and history that black men, and people really believe that this is fake. Oh, you don't get pulled over by the cops. Oh, what did you do wrong? And there's still people choosing to be ignorant. But I will say this. Stay focused. The cause is not the riots. We didn't riot. Most of the people that were out here Saturday were not the rioters. The cause is that Black Lives Matter. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Yes. Thank you.
I'd like to offer a suggestion.
Thank you.
I have a suggestion for staying focused.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hi, folks. I just invited myself to offer a suggestion to how to stay focused. You know, breathing is a two-step process. Inhale, exhale. You do it automatically every day of your life until somebody stops you. Inhale, exhale. Think about two steps. Now, here's a suggestion. I fear that a lot of you are going to stay here the rest of the afternoon, some into the evening. Some of you will come back tomorrow, and then some fewer of you will come back the next day and maybe into the weekend. And then what? What happens?
Keep going.
Let's keep going. And here's a suggestion. How about go to your credit union, go to your bank, and ask to buy a wad of $2 bills. Why $2 bills? Well, one, it's a little unusual, right, to be shopping with $2 bills. It is a conversation starter. Why are you paying with a $2 bill? I'm reminding you that breathing is a two-step process, that we are in this together. We will continue. We will still be here, not next week, not next month, next year, next decade. We're still here, and black lives will still matter. Do it. Go to your credit union. It may take them a week to come up with some $2 bills, but they will. Go to your credit union, go to your bank. It's Thomas Jefferson on there. Remember Thomas Jefferson? He's, you know, a lot of great quotations around the rotunda in his memorial there in Washington. Admittedly, he was a flawed human being. I know all the history. Don't worry about that. We are standing up for the things that actually do make America great, and one of them is that Black Lives Matter. Thank you. Try it.
Do we have another speaker? Okay. I was given the $2 bills to start the train. Again, we're gonna have another speaker.
My name is Joshua Gaddy. I've been in Michigan my whole entire life. I don't live in Grand Rapids, I live outside. Hold up, how does this work? What I got hold?
Right here?
There we go. Y'all hear me now? Woo! All right. I live outside of Grand Rapids in a city called Hudsonville. I was one of very few black people that was in that school. When I first went there in 2nd grade, I could only remember 5 other black kids. This is where the issue starts. See, the issue was, when I was in 2nd grade, my teacher, a white lady, made us play this game called Masters and Slaves. Now, she made me a slave. We were supposed to switch turns. She wouldn't let me switch turns. And so what I did is I acted a fool. Because that doesn't seem right, does it? It doesn't seem right. So she put me in the back room in the closet. She told me in the old day I'd be lynched. I stand here today because in 4th grade, my principal in my elementary school, 4th grade, told me I'd be dead or in jail by the time I was 18. I stand here today because when I was in middle school, I was singled out by all the faculty, all the principals, all the teachers. I was singled out. But other things that white kids did, I got in trouble for because I looked like a troublemaker. I'm here because when I was in elementary school, I'd be playing with all the other kids because I didn't see no issue with their color, their gender, anything. Those kids would come back to me, told me they couldn't play with me anymore because of the color of my skin. I stand here today because I have a girlfriend who's white, she has a white son. We have a baby on the way. I have to tell, thank you. I'm gonna have to tell my black son how to live in this world, how to survive. The same speech that my parents gave me, my grandparents gave me, good Christian folk, told me, don't look suspicious, don't have your pants sagging, don't have your hands in your pockets. When you go to a store, don't look like you touching anything, don't look like you stealing anything. Cows come is yes or no, sir. Lay on the ground, you lay on the ground. Because they will kill you. They will beat you. They will put you in jail. And you will go another name unheard. I have to tell my son that people won't love him in this world. People won't like him because of the color of his skin. They will say he's a problem. They will tell him he has to be the slave but can't take turns. He can't be equal as the other kids. Other kids will tell him they can't play with him anymore because their parents said no. They will tell him, don't be another statistic. Because you can either be two things in this world as black men, a statistic or not, that's it. Why can't I just be another human being? Why can't I just walk out here? That's where the problem starts. See, the problem starts how you raise your kids. I have to look my son in the eye, tell him all that stuff, but his brother, a white boy, who didn't choose that, neither did my son. I have to tell him he doesn't have to worry about that. Ain't that wrong to you? I want my sons who will be raised by the same man, same mother, in the same house. I want them to walk outside the house. I can tell them, Bo, have a good day. Now you have a good day. You watch your ass because you will die today if you don't. I don't want to have that talk with my son. He doesn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that. My father didn't deserve that. They say slavery ended years ago. Well, why do I have the last name of a slave owner then?
Because it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. My grandfather, first black Gideon. If you don't know the Gideons, that's all right. Just know he was the first black president that died with a slave owner's name. Born into a place where he couldn't drink from the same water fountain as a white man because he had black lips. They did a whole story about my grandmother. Her family, all 8 children, went to college. Why is that a story? It wasn't like that back then. It's still not like that today. We are told that we are problems. We are told we are thugs. We are told that we're going to be a statistic. 4th grade principal told me I'd be dead or in jail. I wasn't even 10 yet. Told me I'd be dead or in jail. And when I talk about the issues at my school, when I used to go there, they said, ain't nobody want to hear that. Closed ears. They didn't want to hear me. They want to hear the inequality because they don't want to admit that it was a problem. That's where it starts. We have to do better.
Can you guys still hear him when I go through?
It's not up to people with my color of skin to fix this issue. Because it wasn't my people standing on that neck of George. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying we have to raise our children better. Because this issue isn't going to get fixed with me. I will always have the trauma of the one summer where I got pulled over every week, every other week. Because I was just another nigga in the wrong space. I wasn't supposed to be there. My black face didn't fit in. I will always have to carry that. I always have to be reminded of that. Because I'm 21. And that happened since the day I was conceived, the day I was born. I'm here today because I want better for my children. I don't want to have to talk. kids better.
Can you hear it from
They're
here?
going to take up that position. They're going to take up the present position. We need to teach them better. Thank you. We all feel the pain and the hurt that comes from these situations. We all suffer in different ways, some of us more than most. We're here to shout out for the people who suffer the most, for the people who have been shouting for the past 400 years. They're killing us. If your response to they're killing us is stop rioting, stop looting, stop being violent.
Guys, I'm sure you can't tell from here, but this stretches all the way up the hill too.
Everyone here today is trying to make change. We are all here to speak on change. So I thank you. We got another speaker.
Thank you guys for coming out. I want to speak about an experience I had when I was in college. And first of all, I'm from Jenison. Grew up here, went to Grand Valley, got my degree there. And I studied abroad and I went to South Africa. And I want to talk about that because when I was in South Africa, I took a tour of one of the local schools and got to see the shanty towns where people live in containers and shacks, and they have orphanages that are overrun, they don't have food, their stores are not plentiful nor fresh, and they actually had to move them a year later to make room for the soccer to happen, and they didn't want the shanty towns to be offensive to all the visitors coming in. But then I went downtown, and I went to Cape Town, and I walked around, and I noticed that any black person in that city, they had to be ID'd with a permit to enter that city. Now, this is 10 years ago, guys, but they never asked me for my permit to be there. Never once did I ever get stopped to see if I had permission to be in that city or to be in that country, right? I didn't belong there just as much. And it didn't feel right to me, right? So this is a journey for people who grew up outside of what everybody else has to go through in the world. It's a process that you go through to fully try to understand what everybody has to go through, right? 10 years later, I did a period of time where I volunteered for Ottawa Hills High School. It does not feel the same as my time at Jenison. You know, it's not the same. They don't have the same resources. Their families are living in a cycle. Their graduation is alarming. The amount of people that go to college is hard. It's hard to deal with that, you know? And it's here in our hometown. You know, it's not in LA, it's not in wherever. Like, this is happening here just as much as it's happening outside of here and outside of this world. Just like this weekend, this happened here, right? This rioting, it happens here. So I want to know, you know, I ask myself, like, when will I know when change has happened? And I think when I can go back into all of the neighborhoods in Grand Rapids, including, you know, Hudsonville, Jenison, Ada, wherever, and I don't feel like there's a difference, right? I don't feel like, you know, I'm gonna get stopped or they're gonna get stopped or whatever it might be, you know? That's when you know that change has happened, right? And I think a lot of this, it starts with the police. You know, I see a couple of them here. but we need them, you know? They're here to protect us. They're here to make sure that, hey, the whole system is in balance. And the system isn't really in balance. Does it feel like it's in balance, you know? Black lives matter, guys. They really do. They genuinely do. And until you feel like the system is in balance, then you know that you still have to remember. Thank you.
Thank you. Black lives do matter.
Hi, my name's Amber. I just want to say that, like the brother that came before us, the teacher, we need to remember what our focus is. Remember, stay focused. Yes. This isn't about other countries. This isn't about other areas. Here. This is about what's happening in Grand Rapids, Michigan. All of it. But people don't like to hear that white people don't understand what black people are going through, but it's the truth. We don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. We don't want to hear. There's reasons why police act the way they do. There's a reason why the police handle a situation in the manner of which they handled it. But there's also a way that they shouldn't handle it, as we have watched with George Floyd. Yes. It was not handled in the manner of which it should. Not all cops are bad cops. Not all cops are bad cops. Not all protesters are rioters. But we are bad when we stand by and watch the bad happen and do nothing about it. Woo! To everybody. What we need right now with our city is a city that comes together with both the black people, the white people, the Hispanic people, the Asian people, the police, who also are on our side but are unable to be on our side because it's in a public forum and the world is watching. There are lots of police officers who feel that George Floyd was murdered, and you can see it on Facebook, you can watch it around the country. There are police officers who agree with us and would like to stand with us, but they are unable to due to their livelihood. I get we should say, forget your livelihood, but that's not realistic. They got families, they got bills to take care of. Right. This is the message. Everybody needs to stand together, no matter who you are, what color you are, where you come from. People are privileged and they don't understand what the unprivileged go through. And therefore, you need to sometimes open up a forum and speak about it, which I believe is what the police chief was trying to say the other day. But what I would also call on the police to understand is that we need you to stand with us. When your bad cops are doing bad things, stand against them. Say something. Speak out. Because although there were people that were standing there watching George Floyd be smothered on his back and held down until he no longer had a breath, there was people videotaping that, telling them to stop. We blame those people for not interfering, but guess what would have happened to them had they interfered? They would have went through the same thing, or they would have now been charged. Who would it took to make the difference? The cop standing next to him that could have had the level head and said, that's what you're doing. That we need to come to. That is where we need to be. Violence is never going to get it there from any side. I don't care who you are. We can be the violent protesters. We can be the rioters. We need to come with peace. We need to come with understanding. And we need to come and be the change. Be the change. Woo! Woo!
Thank you so much.
Hey, my name is Deontay Gray. I'm from Detroit. I live in Grand Rapids. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I've been living here for about 15 years. I want to explain some things, okay? So, I hear both sides of the argument. We're mad that everything got vandalized. Yeah, we are. But we're mad also that all of these lives, the blood has been spilled. This is our normal. I just want to explain to you. This is our normal. Our normal does not look like your normal.
That's right.
Exactly.
Like what the gentleman said earlier. Growing up as a kid, we are told different things to prepare. We hear it is a blessing if you make it past your 18th birthday. And it's not just because we kill each other. We are told we are not allowed to play with guns as kids because of fear of being shot and killed. as kids. Our normals look different. And I feel like if people understood more about what our normals look like, they would understand we are not all violent.
Amen.
We are not all criminals.
Woo! True.
We want to live our lives just like everybody else. When they say Black Lives Matter, it doesn't mean Black lives are more important than anybody else's. It means we want to be treated just the same across the board.
Yes.
I'm tired of seeing officers. I'm tired of seeing officers kill people of color, but I know that's not every single officer. And I'm not mad at every single officer. Because at the end of the day, they have families too that they gotta go home to. And I need you guys to understand, so do we.
Yes.
So do we. We want a new normal. We want a new normal. So I'm hoping, what I would love to see in Grand Rapids, because I know every single city in every state is going after it in their own way. What I would love to see in Grand Rapids is relationships built between the police officers and the neighborhoods where we live.
Yes.
Know me. Know where I live. Know that I have a family that I go home to. I want to know you. I want to know you have a family that you go home to. I don't want what we see. I don't want this to be our everyday. This is our turn to run the lap and make a change for good. And for everybody who does not understand what it's like to be Black, ask questions.
Yes.
If you don't understand, we're here to tell you what it's like. Woo! Don't just be our friends or bring up, I got a Black friend, we all heard that. Ask questions, know what it's like, know what that means. Because then we'll see a change. Yeah. This is my city too. And I live here too. And I got a lot of friends that are not Black, a lot of them. I got a lot of friends and family that are Black, that are scared from me. Know what that feels like. Feel our pain. Everybody's responding with so much rage because they're hurting. It's been our everyday.
Yes.
We go into a store and we get followed. Now all of us are thieves.
Amen.
Every time we've been in quarantine, we all been locked up, right? Every time I've gone outside to go for a walk, I've been stared at. I'm not the only one. I don't understand the difference other than that my skin color looks different than yours. We should be treated and seen the same.
Yes.
So everybody that's out here fighting for change, don't let it just be on your Facebook. Don't let it just be your profile picture that you stand with all of that Black Lives Matter. About it. Black people, if you're sick of seeing what we have as a normal, step up. Do something about it. Stop. Destroying stuff is not the answer. Do something about it. Share your story. Share your pains. Share what you've been through. We all done been through something. Share so they can understand us better. So the normal will change. Black lives do matter. Woo! 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 Fire!
Listen up, because you need to understand me. Life is not sweet, living is not candy. Doing what you gotta do just so you can make it. And trust me, because I've been there and back like a spaceship. See, I've been through a lot, but it's only made me stronger. That's why I'm confident knowing that I could put up with it longer. Life ain't a game, so just listen to my words, please. Listen to the pronouns, the adjectives, and verbs. Because I'm going to break it down simple, and I'm going to lay it down flat, and I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm a pretty cool cat. And I got your back. And I'm going to come through even if the beef's whack. Because real true people that do real things are 1 in a million, far and few and in between. See, I'm just the messenger. I'm speaking what I know. But I'm speaking from experience. I've been around the globe. See, I'm 30 years old. And my life is so cold. They can make it rain, maybe I can make it snow. I'm going to speak some of my insight, share some of my knowledge. I'm
shouting out to my homies in the joint knowledge. I gotta go to college so I could get an education. Why? Because I refuse to be just another statistic in the making. On a real level, foot to the real pedal, living in the real world, nigga. That's the real ghetto. Everybody think that they got it real bad until they see somebody else that's got it real bad. It's sad, but it's a fact, so stop hiding from the truth, because I know the truth hurts, but sometimes so do you. So every day, sweet dreams. You know what I mean? I'm picturing a world that ain't never been seen. A world without disease. A world without a war going on overseas. So should I register and fight for a cause? I'm feeling like I should, but do I got the balls? Yeah, I think I do, so let me make a call so I can put my life on the line for it all. Because my ambitions ain't small. I'm trying to get it all. I'm tired of hearing people say, wow, you're so tall. Do you play ball? My name is Brian Christopher Jennings the first. I have a son named Brian Christopher Jennings the second, and I have a daughter named Micaiah. And I have a child on the way. And I refuse to let my children live in a world where they are subjected to racism, prejudice, and being victims of mistaken identity. See, 3 nights ago, I was arrested. I was riding my bicycle down the street, going to get my pregnant girlfriend something to eat, like a good man supposed to. And I was thrown on my stomach. I was handcuffed and I was taken to jail. And I was told I was being charged with a malicious destruction of property. And I said, what did I destruct? I don't remember anything. And I put my faith in God. And I said, God, see me through. And the sheriff came to my cell and said, Brian Christopher Jennings, all your charges have been dropped and dismissed. We're going to release you. So I say this. The vandalism, we acknowledge it. We're not sorry. The police need to change the way that they treat the citizens of this city, of every city that I've ever been into. See, I was kicked out of college because my Facebook. I wasn't allowed to attend school because somebody had a problem with the way that I dressed and wore my pants. Someone had a problem with the fact that I smoked weed. Someone had a problem with the fact that I was black and a white girl looked at me and smiled. It's 2020. It's about black lives, it's about all lives, but most importantly, it's about the children's lives. We all have children that are being raised in this community. Children that need to have mentors, children that need to have...
Oh no!
Children that need to be loved, children that need to be cherished, children that need to be taken care of, and children that need to be raised in a way that will not institute hate in their minds, in their bodies, in their souls. So I ask God, I pray and I call upon my Lord, my Savior, my King, my Abba, my Alpha, my Omega, Jesus Christ. And I ask Him to bring peace and serenity to this situation. And I ask that we all could just bow our heads for a moment of silence for those that are lost, that are dead and gone. Please.
If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Yeah. Woo! Hell yeah!
It's starting to die, so it's messing up.
Testing. All right, I got a different message because there ain't no sense in me telling y'all about the black problems every one of us go through. That's old. But what's new is I see all these young faces, all these white faces. And I want y'all to know I'm proud of y'all. I'm really proud of y'all. See, because the thing is, we've been in physical shackles.
Yes.
Y'all been in mental shackles thinking this is just our problem.
Yes.
See, the youth ready to take their country back. 50 years from now, we won't be here, a lot of us older people. And they tired of this.
They tired of hearing their great-grandparents' story, their grandparents' story. It's the same story. They say enough is enough because they understand. See, a lot of people was lied to. The bloodline lied to a lot of us. Yes. My bloodline told me y'all was different, y'all didn't care. Yes. They bloodline told them we was different and we was savages, animals. And that's not true. We all human beings. Now, the last point I'm gonna make, because I gotta get home to my kids. I really wasn't trying to be here, but I felt compelled. Because if there's a rubber bullet to be shot, I want to take it. Because I want to protect these youth for wanting their country back. And they deserve it. It's enough pain. I can't tell you what to do, how to feel, but I know it's enough pain that we all should look at each other and say, thank you for caring about me because I care about you. And I'm gone. Woo! Woo!
The city of Grand Rapids.
Hey, Don. She was going to address the city council meeting.
We're gonna address another important aspect of this.
Speaking of action that we can take, I was at the city council meeting last night, sat through the whole hour and a half of the commissioners. Only one of them ever said George Floyd's name. Only one of them, the whole time. They spent the entire meeting talking about how to better serve themselves and the police department. They spent the entire meeting discussing whether or not to call in the National Guard, whether or not to give themselves that ability because of peaceful protest, because of they didn't know what was going to happen next. So all of the public comments after that, save for one, every single one demanded that the commissioners take action, and I asked them to go out and speak with the organizers of this event, to talk to the community specifically, and to do their job to represent us and not represent the police department and their needs first.
Thank you so much. The city of Grand Rapids, the whole entire state of Michigan, the whole entire country, everybody, everywhere, across the world is feeling what we feel. Let's direct that energy where it needs to be. Let us not be gaslighted once again. No, we will not be silent. No, we are not going to stop until everyone is free. Because again, we need equality so much. We need to stand together in this time. For all our lives. For everyone. Including them.
Yes.
Including the people wearing the badges. Because we all have families. We all have lives to go back to. We're just trying to make sure that that life is just as secure as the person next to me and the person next to you. We want it to be fair, equal. So we all must do our part.
Yes.
It's almost 5.
5 o'clock.
Can I say something down?
Thanks for the legit rap. My name is Mike Ward. I'm here to serve the Lord. You look at a black, you gotta be careful because they on the attack. We need to wake up, white people. There are too many times where we are indifferent, insensitive, and very uncaring towards the plight of black people. If you are white, you have a mandate to care for your fellow citizens. If you're not caring, you're actually hurting. When you are that white person in power and you say, oh, the first time I see a black person, I'm going to look at them with skepticism and I'm going to call the cops, you're part of the problem. Stop calling the cops is the first thing. That's what my brother said. Talk to people, get to know them. Black people aren't scary. They're actually really fun. Swear to God. They know how to dance. They know how to dance. I don't. She wants me to wrap it up. I will totally defer. I would just say this, look out for your black brother. You need to speak up. You need to give them opportunities. I'm begging from you, please. If you are white, you need to do right. Don't just sit at home at night and say, oh, those black people. Say something different. Call the mayor, call the police chief and say, we demand community policing. We demand body cams to be transparent. We demand independent investigations. We're tired of the corruption. We're tired of the dead bodies. We're tired of murder.
I'm just here because I'm Native. I'm not black. I'm not white. I was raised by white people, white folks, I guess. But I just wanted to take attention to the sheriffs over here. I don't know why the National Guard was here. I need to draw attention to this fact because these are not riots, these are not protests, these are real fucking statements. So I need the policymakers, and I need the senator, and I need the governor and all those people to listen carefully when you take thought to the way you've been ingrained to believe that you're better for some reason. This is reality, and if you make any more bloodshed, please do not do that, I guess. But I was raised by white people, so people think I'd be white. I'm not.
You guys, I want you guys to remember this guy's face because he thinks this whole situation is hilarious.
You are the cop. And that's that.
This is what the media is not, so you're not about you. Don't get any closer.
You are the cop. It's not about that. It's literally color. So I don't know.
So tell me
what
why
you're standing here for, because these people are fighting for their
at her
lives.
for what she's saying.
Are you protecting yourself?
We're fighting for our lives and you called backup?
Are you protecting that tree? I mean, like, bro. I'm sorry, this is like, I'm not a political person, but I'm here because I'm Native. And you need to sit down and really think about why you feel that. Because these people are crying for their lives.
Thank you.
Let's give it up for Donovan coming out here.
Breathe. I can't 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 breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Here, I want you guys to see how far this goes. Now keep in mind, this starts down at John Ball. I don't know if they're two, I think they're two separate events.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I wish I could show you guys. This goes as far as I can see up the hill up there. This is awesome.
I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
No justice? No peace! Yes, damn right. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. They were calling for backup because this crowd has gotten bigger if you look around.
So the police presence is getting a little heavier over here. They got rid of Private Laughs a lot over here, who thought the whole situation.
Pays for the PPE, the protection, and 55.
Don't shoot! 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 Don't shoot!
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! It's what we say when we are faced against police brutality. Hands up, don't shoot.
It took longer to write this than we've been here.
This is what we scream. Hands up, don't shoot. We're all here today to speak against police brutality. we're all here today to prove to them that we as a people can act as a people.
Yes.
No, we are not savages. Yes, we can think for ourselves. We will not be controlled anymore. We will not be told to be quiet. We will not be silenced. Because what? Black lives matter! 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 Is what we say when we all get together.
Let's give it up for Donovan! People first, Donnie! Officers, you can just go home. Black lives is what we speak when we stand here today and protest. Get on the mic. In the name of Black lives is why we stand here. If your brother can do it, you can too.
Would you want my sign? Would you like to hold my sign? It says, I'm still here, I'm still there. It says, sorry, I'm still here and I'm still there. The other side is all.
See what the cops are doing over here. Looks like they're ramping up a little bit. Still a pretty light presence over here. A couple more joining in though. How you guys doing? Hot, huh? Pretty hot and all that. I know I'm baking in this.
How long does this have to go on?
The conversation that we just had was that we're here to prove
But if your boss told you to stand here,
that the country doesn't allow
to question a superior's order.
the bribing EMTs. It's not about, that's not our conflict. That's not our main focus.
Where's the chief
Our
of
main
GRP?
focus is about the lives that are taken when that process of justice is misinterpreted or
Hey, does anyone know if the chief wants to
taken advantage of.
The chief, he's supposed to walk. Does anybody? People close.
I'm just fucking native.
We are here and we shout Black Lives Matter
Yeah, I don't think so.
in efforts to change. Everybody who's spoken today has spoken the name of change. And I thank you.
We thank you.
Because everybody here, your opinion matters. That's what I wanted to demonstrate today. Your opinion matters. Every single one of you.
Imagine one day I'm going home and I get shot.
So no, you got locked in life.
All by yourself. Come on.
Because everybody needs to be heard. There's so many aspects to what we are fighting against that you can get lost in that fight. There are things that confuse people who've been in this fight for 57 years. Because the fight against that is equally as trained. We need unity. We need people to be equally trained. We need to protect ourselves.
Demilitarize the police.
Woo! Defund the police.
Some suggestions for things, or for towards the situation moving forward against police brutality. Some suggestions that could actually help and get more justice to situations, as in George Floyd.
Yo.
Can we get some
Fulton Street. In front of Memorial Park. You got any water, bro? Oh yeah. Man, please. Alright, keep it down here, sir. Alright.
Vote in November! Vote in November!
Because we must make it double as offensive when this situation happens. It must be double offensive to commit said crime. You took an oath before you became a policeman. Every policeman does. In the name of justice, you do take an oath. And in that oath, you say you want to protect the people. But when there's a situation when your protection goes overboard, and I'm saying that politely, when that happens, they should be held accountable. When you drive through a construction site and you see signs that say penable, or if you hit one of these construction workers and it tells you will be penalized to the max because you've seen the sign, Black Lives Matter is our sign. That's the start to change.
I'm 19 years old, and I am tired of living in a system that punishes people for not being white. And I am here today because I am disgusted that some people find it even a discussion that Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Black Lives Matter, that is the bottom fucking line.
Hey, someone tell me if the chief...
My name is Christine, and I've only lived in Grand Rapids for maybe about 8 months. And I am ashamed to say that today is my first protest. However, I grew up in a very small town called Stanwood. I'm not sure if any of you know that. Big Rapids, yeah. But if anybody of you know anything about Stanwood or Big Rapids, it is predominantly white and predominantly conservative Republican. My mother, for 25 years, has been part of the state police. She retired a couple years ago. I grew up seeing and hearing the hatred, even from my own mother, about people of color and black people. And I'm telling you that the reason I am at this protest is because of something she said to me the last time I saw her and told her I wanted to go to a protest. I don't want to say it because I'm afraid I'm going to cry, but it broke my heart. The point of this message is to tell everybody things are changing. People are joining this fight immediately.
I'm with you guys, but be for us right now. Be for the people. Be for the people.
Be for the people! Be for the people! Be for the people! We will win! We will win! We will win! We will win! We will win!
We will what?
Starting stuff in the corner behind all of your people out here's bad. All cops are bad for a reason. This is what I want you guys to know. You guys, both sides need to trap it. Both sides need to let it go for it to end. These people right here, this little handful is going to start all this crowd having a problem for no reason. Why keep the hate going? Why keep the hate going? Come do your protest. Speak. Hey, let her. I got it. Let her go. Can I have the mic?
Listen. What she's trying to say is that the narrative is going to be controlled.
Let's stay calm.
Thank you. What I'm letting the people out here know that you're not seeing in this corner is the handful of people that keep ruining it for the masses of us. They're ruining it for the masses of us. Because while they're over there acting ignorant, we're all out here with our heads on straight, focused, ready to take charge, ready to demand a change. And you got people in the background ruining that behind the scenes for us. That's what we need to all understand and recognize at this point in time. So yes, I went over there and I said something to them because them being in this little corner with 14 freaking cops standing there, let them do their job. They ain't bothering us right now. We need to be focused out here. Who cares? All our children worried about a smirk on somebody's face. What we need to be worried about is keeping this non-violent, keeping this peaceful at this moment, and keeping this in a manner where we can be effective and demand and make a change. We're not going about it the right way, young people. We need to start. We need to learn from those that came before us, and we need to start doing something different to make a change that's going to be effective for us and our children, more importantly, and the generations to follow. That's what this needs to be about, and I'm going to call it out like I see it, because these people over in this corner are instigating. They could be out here with us, cheering us on, giving insight, hopping on this mic, telling their side of the story, giving their ideas what they're not. And they're white people too. Not just a couple of white people too. So I call to you white people. Police, you are white people. You stop them from messing up what it is that we are out here trying to do. Do that. That's how you help us. Then black. That's how you help us right now. Stop doing that. And this is how we come together in Grand Rapids, in Michigan, in the state.
Hey, listen, you're going to have to get retooled. You're going to have to get retooled. They're going to have to send you back to the factory. Okay?
It's time to go. It's time to go.
Chief Payne! Hey! Hey! We got Chief Payne! We got Chief Payne! We got Chief Payne!
That's why I came up here to keep them from being we go back too far. We need to talk.
Chief Payne, did you like my song?
Anytime you want to call me, you got mine. You know how to get me too. Yeah. All right?
Yeah. Everybody stop screaming.
Real.
Again, behind us are the very people who are here to protest.
All right.
And once we start screaming, they start pushing. So again, let's de-escalate the situation. Okay?
Would you like to join us? The other side has
Honey,
my sign.
he's already with you.
I know, but would you like to visibly be with us, sir?
The people over here don't know that you were over there kneeling. They don't nobody over here has any idea what happened over there.
We don't want to talk to another black video. I don't need that.
In the corner.
I don't need that.
Again, because emotions are high, the way the emotions are high,
You can go get another man. You can go get a white man to talk.
Okay.
Right?
I'm willing to go up and talk.
Okay.
Dude, he didn't head of the department. He didn't head of the department.
Can the police commissioner
Not what we wanted, but
He the head of the department. He speaks for them. They listen to him.
I don't need to hear from a black man.
Well, these people
I don't
do.
need to hear from a black man.
Can we let him through so he can talk up there then?
Let's go. Hey, make a path, y'all. Chief's gonna come talk. Chief's gonna come talk.
He's not gonna come talk on our
He is right here.
No, he's not.
Oh, not on your speak.
Fox News, where were you on Saturday? All night we were reporting live on the 12-hour platform. On the street? Yeah, you listen. You can find it. Okay.
Everybody quiet. Everybody
You
quiet.
guys are on, and I'm going to go back and watch this. I need to know. Our guys got your guess.
I was just on the other side. We talked. I committed to meeting with the group before next week, Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you. I was just on the other side with the organizers over there. I met them, talked to them. We had a good conversation. Black Lives Matter. Okay?
Hold the mic up.
And I was very clear about that. What they wanted to do was meet. And what I've committed to is meeting with anyone where we can make change, because change needs to happen, okay? Woo! I have been working for 30 years to make change. I am now in a position, and that's why I'm the chief of police, to help make those change happen, okay? That's my commitment to every community member in Grand Rapids and anyone else. I hold officers accountable, and I have and I will continue. I will also support them. We have to work together with this. I can't do it alone. I need everyone out here to work with me. And I agree to meet with anyone who is willing to meet with me to get some of these things and talk it out and be able to come up with a solution.
Why can't
Okay?
we
Can I ask you a
work
question?
with us?
All right. How about you meet with me?
I just want to ask you one question.
How about you meet with me?
I just want to ask you one question.
What's your question?
Let him talk.
What's your question?
Can I see it? I want everybody to hear my question.
Why does this have to be private?
I want everybody to hear my question.
That's right. Hey, Chief.
I'm asking Chief Payne one question.
We want you to fly this flag, Chief. You mean it?
One question. You say you're with us.
If you mean it, then hold this flag up, Chief.
Make a suggestion as to our solution. What are your suggestions?
Yeah, you working with me. This is a complex. We're not going to peel this back out here on the street corner today. There's so much more that needs to be done with that. I need your help to sit down and talk.
Don't make them. Don't make them.
I need you to work with me. Here is my card. Reach out to me. We're not going to peel this away out here on the corner of Sheldon and Fulton. I have a commitment to work with you. You work with me.
Take a knee with us.
I did over here, and I will. The reason why we are here.
Thank you, Chief Payne.
All right?
Thank you, Chief.
Yo.
Why can't we take a knee? Why can't we do this together?
He came out and made his own statement. He came out and made a statement that was supposed to be for us. But they didn't want to have a conversation with us. Again, you don't want to ask it out on.
Just always wear your
Sheldon is holy. Okay?
Always wear them.
So let's not. As you walk away.
Let's do it. Let's walk away from the situation. Let's be the bigger people. Let's walk away from the conflict. Let's be the bigger people. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's make the conflict.
We need to make a statement, and our statement has been made. We showed up. This is going to be everywhere. There's nothing more that we can say at this moment in time. But like I said, I'll be down here every single day until change happens. So if you can, I'll see you in. I'll see you in tomorrow, and we'll see you at the last. Hey man, my name is Phil. I'm a Grand Rapids baby. I was born right on Butterworth. I grew up on Broadway, that's what Timmy Rock that way. All 15, 16 years of my life I was there until I moved. I never thought of racism, you know, when we were in the city. No, I got it. We was a mixed group. And I had everybody in it. But when I got here, the real one, you got a real job, I learned how racist shit really gets. Just 2 weeks ago, I had someone kind of, make some really racist statements. And I shut that shit down, you know? And my boss tells me, no, man. Okay, well, don't make this a diss track about racism. And I didn't know what to say back to that. Because of that, I'm looking to go on my own now. So this is my last week working. We got to denormalize racism in America so people think that shit's okay. Because the man that was speaking to me, he knew I was Mexican. So he started bashing black people and didn't expect me to say it. So this whole thing we have within Mexicans versus blacks, the interracism, that's the real problem. They don't understand this shit. That's what they want us to do. They trying to detour our minds and our faces to fight with each other. If we came together, we outnumbered it. We are not the minority. You need to understand that. Anything that you do nowadays, it's all of us, and it's one other time. You got to understand that we need to stand together. But we need to stand together, man. You know, Latin community, black community, we need to stop all the hating on each other. Because that's not the problem. The more we fight each other, the more we beat each other, they win, man. And we ain't gonna win like that. We're not gonna win fighting against each other while we're all trying to fight for the same thing. You know, that racism in America need to stop. You can't just tell me, well, don't bitch about it at the next job. Because I'm gonna bitch about it. I'm gonna talk about it. And if you hear racism, shut that shit down. Don't just listen, man. Because that's what it's normal. Everybody holds their voice, man. Because we're scared. And we can lose our job for this. I gotta put food on the table. But guess what, man? God got y'all. Do what's right. Shut it down.
I'm here because I grew up in a white community, in a white school, with white neighbors, white family, white friends. You get it. You get the picture. Nobody told me slavery was wrong. They said slavery, that was years ago. You know how old that is? That nobody told me that we couldn't go to school with each other 60 years ago. 60 years ago, we couldn't go to school together? Nobody told me that cops killed black lives. They said, we all died. We all died. And I believed that. Then I left my house. I got into the world. I asked. And I found out. I'm late, but I'm here. Yeah. This is the day of information. Accessible information. Ignorance is a choice. I found out late. I brought my kids here today so they can find out now. I brought that information back home to my friends and family. If you don't understand this movement, if you don't agree with this movement, go get perspective. Go out into the world and ask. If they don't have your point of view, ask them. Ask until you understand. Join the revolution.
Hey, Red, I've been watching this protest on the news for the past couple days. I do want everybody here to give themselves a round of applause, because the one thing that we have been doing is showing them that the one thing we have in common is we're the same because we're different. Our differences is what brought us here. That's what keeps us together. My man's right here, y'all talk about equality, being white, black. It don't matter, he just fed my dog some water out of the kindness of his heart. The stuff that we need to be focusing on is the lack of knowledge this woman was just talking about. We need to be preparing each other. I got a daughter on the way. I'm 26. A lot of this shit around here
It scares me because of the man that I am, because of what we're doing. And what we're doing is what people don't understand. Our unity is what we need. Our unity is what makes us strong. The voice that we have has to be the voice of reason and patience, kindness and love. We can't be speaking on principles and who goes to the store and gets subjugated by any type of racial comments. It doesn't matter if you're white, black. You can go into a store that's black on, white on. It doesn't matter. You roll with the punches because we're all people. I love that you're doing this and it looks real good on everybody. I appreciate everybody. And I hope these ignorant ass police officers that couldn't take knees with the people can appreciate it too.
My name is Reverend Ron Charles Clement, and I'm part of the clergy of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And this is what I'm going to say to you young people. If you really want to get something stirred up, y'all need to go in these churches this Sunday and stand up with those signs. Because these pastors sit at the table with the governors, the mayors, the police chiefs, and if you get their attention, you automatically get a seat at the table. But because you're not at their churches, they can't hear you. So this Sunday, you need to make them hear you by showing up at the churches of Grand Rapids, Michigan with the conservative, right-wing, fundamentalist clergy and telling them that Black Lives Matter.
Hello, everybody.
Speaker's not blown. They've just been out here a while, been powering it for a while, so running out of battery power on the speaker. How you doing? Other side of Fulton, they're lined up all the way down to John Ball too. Oh really? Wow. Yeah, both sides. Like the march, I think it's like walking down the way. There's so many people going. There's not. I don't think there's a march.
I think everybody left.
Yeah.
Oh, because this is like. Are those just? It's kind of like there's kind of like a main event.
There was a lot here, but it was the scheduled event ended at 5, so a lot of people decided. I thought it was 5:30. 5:30. Yeah.
What did it look like on the other side?
Oh, just sitting down on the curb all
pretty much the only like,
ballpark.
it's the only like kind of influx of people like masking.
As far as actually being huddled together, but like I said, this line went people sitting on the sidewalk all the way up the hill and all the way down to John Ball, both sides of the street. It's pretty cool to see.
Those judges are not Americans. They are voting against you because our country, our judicial system is ordered by foreigners. And they do this on purpose, and they have stolen your inalienable rights. They have stolen your houses, your properties, your money, your jobs. And they have been especially hard on the people that they have enslaved 400 years ago. This is a common law country. It is not a corporation. Those corporate judges are owned by a corporation. They do not own you. They are not owned by you. They're not here to represent you. And they will continue killing our people
because the same people that brought us over here are the same people that are still in office, and this judicial system is the same ones that have enslaved us, had murdered us, raped us, taken our children, treating us like cattle. So we can fight and hold up signs, Black Lives Matter, we can do all that. But until we get to the root of the problem and start being Americans and learn to stand under common law, then we will be somebody and they'll know we mean business, because we're not taking this anymore. God bless you in the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
Bottom line is, judicial reform as well as police reform. Black Lives Matter.
I want to thank everybody that's coming out here today. I want to thank you all for showing up today. Thank yourself for showing up today. Because today and every day after today, Black Lives Matter.
Now we're going to wrap this up. Or at least I'm going to stop talking with this mic, because as you can tell, it's dying. All right. I want to tell you the beginning of my thoughts today, before coming here. A lot of you think that this was organized. A lot of you think that I may have, the people behind me
Organized people speaking here, right here today. It was not organized. That energy came from all of you. All of you. When you go home and you talk to the people who don't understand what we stand for, help them. Help them understand. Educate them properly, with love, in peace.
Love thy neighbor. Yeah.
Because if it's not you, it's me. If it's not me, it's you. Black Lives Matter. Say his name! George Floyd! 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 Say his name! George Floyd!
Say my name!
Breonna Taylor! Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
You got a drone? Today and every day after today, we speak as one. One force, as one people. I repeat, it's not a civil war. It's a revolutionary war. Understand that. It should be on. Can you hear me? Again, I repeat, this is not a civil war. This is not the people versus the people. This is a revolutionary war. And for those of you that don't understand what revolution means, I beg of you to inform yourself. I beg of you to look up what revolutionary means. I beg you to look up any other words that were used today that you may not know. Because information is power. Information is what got us here today.
Excuse me. Alright guys. Gotta switch back to the crap camera because this GoPro's about to die.
Recognize these names? Those are the guys who lit the police cars on fire. I had court with them this morning.
Really?
They got tried right in front of me.
There's the names of two of your rioters that got arraigned in court this morning.
That's the white guy that was jumping on the hood.
But yeah, GoPro's gonna die, guys, so we're gonna end this. If I need to go back live, I'll go on the phone.